is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote at 800-207-1265. 800-207-1265.
The following program does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio. We've got a busy day today on the radio. Got a busy day today just in life in general. Got a lot of things on the schedule of things to do. Got 3 radio show sponsors going to be on the radio today. We're going to start off with JB Funding. Robert, what's up? Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great. What part of the country are you in today?
I'm in Southern California this week.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to see you on Thursday night. We're going to be with you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Isn't that right?
That is right. We're going to go to Little In-N-Out Burger and make your Southern California trip complete.
Awesome. Well, tell me this. What's new in the world of JB Funding?
So we are we're off and running. Everything's going really happy. We're good here. We just started a deal in the Heights. And just to kind of explain what we got, typical deal in the Heights. The house is, distressed and left there for, probably 20 years of deferred maintenance. And we picked it up, and we were happy to report that we were able to save the garage apartment, which took that ARV up another $80,000 to $90,000.
That's
so
fantastic.
We're doing backflips over that one. We're very, very happy on that. And we're going around the country, and we're helping investors understand what the fund does and how they can make a 9% deferred return. So,
well, let me explain just briefly what y'all do is y'all help investors in 2 ways. One is if I'm a new investor, don't have a lot of experience with larger projects, things like that, I may go to a hard money lender or somebody like that, and they say, we'll fund 100% of it, but from a cash flow standpoint, you need to bring some money to the table. Maybe I bought it at 70% minus repairs, but I still have to come out of pocket some money. And so a lot of times when I'm starting out brand new, may not have a lot of capital. Spent a lot of money in marketing, started my business, all those things. I can actually bring you guys on as a partner and not have any money out of pocket. Isn't that right?
That is correct. We are true 100% funding.
That's fantastic. So knowing that, now that's one way to win because, we always look for multiple ways to win, win-win-win strategies, right? So the other thing that y'all do is for people that already have money, want to preserve, don't necessarily want to be actively involved, things like that, y'all have a way for people to invest in the fund itself and get a preferred return. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So we have a 506c crowd fund, and it's registered with the SEC, the federal government. It's also registered with the state of Texas. And what we're looking for is accredited investors. Now, accredited investors are folks that make $200,000 a year as an individual or $300,000 a year as a household and have have $1 million in assets, not including their primary residence. So
can't count the equity in your primary residence, but not counting that, have $1 million net worth, and then or $200,000 individual income or $300,000 household income. If you have any of those 3 things, you're considered an accredited investor. Who checks that?
We have a third party that does all the verification for us.
Got it. So it can't just not like these liar loans, as they say, where you can just say, oh, yeah, I make $1 million a year and all that. So somebody's actually going to check that. So assuming somebody checks it, you check out, and you probably know if you're an accredited investor or not, right?
Yeah, typically we say if you don't know if you're an accredited investor, then you're probably not one.
Right. Okay. So
we work with accredited investors for a couple reasons. One, they're typically already investing in other areas. They understand risk. They understand they want to mitigate risk, but they're going into it open eyes. There's nothing that an accredited investor really hasn't seen before, and so we're presenting it to them as, hey, this is the deal, and we lay out the deal and all the things that we do to mitigate as much risk as possible. There's always risk in real estate. Just know it now. If you guys are just starting out, or if you've been in it for 20 years, there's always risk. The longer you stay in, the more likely you're going to take a hit. And then we work with them to get the money into the fund, which is a pool. We pool people's money, which is why we use a 506c. And we offer a 9% preferred return, and then something we split the waterfall. And what the waterfall is just the profit. So we project there to be profit in our fund every year, and we split that 50-50 with the investors.
Is that paid on an annual basis, a quarterly basis, or how does that work?
Yeah, so for the first year of the fund, we do not give any payments. We give it at the end of that 1 year, which we're coming up to here in Houston. So the interest is paid after the first year, but then going forward, the next 3 years is paid on a quarterly basis.
Okay, got it. So how's the fund doing so far?
It's doing great.
Fantastic.
Our internal rates of returns are much higher than we expected. So we're ecstatic about what we're doing.
That's fantastic. So if you're an accredited investor, you're looking for above average returns, then what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Sure. So you can just give us a call. It's 281-915-0906. And if you're an investor, you hit extension 8.
Fantastic. One of the things that I like to educate, most accredited investors already know this, but if you're not accredited, this is something that if you're getting closer, working your way towards that, one of the things that you have to recognize is that when you're looking at rates of return, you have to look at it as the rate of return increases, normally the risk increases as well. We borrow money from private money lenders, and it's interesting. Most of the time we're paying, if you say that CDs, for example, that's probably the gold standard in terms of, or the bond market is the gold standard in terms of safety because it's backed by the U.S. government, right? That, if you've got a 0.5% rate of return and no risk, then as you go up, if you're making, like, let's say a 7% rate of return, well, that's like a 14 times better rate of return than the 0.5% that you could get in from a CD. But then the question is that how much does your risk go up? If your risk goes up 20 times, then that's probably not a good deal, right? If it goes up 10 times, well, it's gone up 14 for a return, but it's only gone up 10, then you've got some risk there. If it only goes up double, imagine if you had 14 times the return but only twice as much risk. Most investors would probably do that. That's what you're really looking at here. What I like that y'all do to mitigate risk is there's typically a primary lender there, the first lien holder, which is the hard money lender, right? And so those guys are not inexperienced when it comes to investing. Most of these guys have lent on thousands and thousands and thousands of properties and have seen tens of thousands of properties. So you've got their set of eyes, and then you've got your set of eyes where you've looked at thousands of deals and managed thousands of rehabs, and you used to own a construction company that was huge and all that. So you see the construction side, the deal side. You've got your set of eyes, and then you've got the investor set of eyes as well. And then when you look at, not only is the property been viewed through a lot of different eyes, and it's all backed really by real estate. This is an asset-based loan, and what we love about real estate, it's a self-collateralizing asset. So it's not just the borrower and their credit score and credit worthiness and all that's back in the deal. It's the deal itself funds makes the deal credit worthy, right? And then you've got you on the hook, the hard money lender on the hook, and the investor on the hook for this loan amount. That's talk about mitigating risk. It's like, wow.
It's about leveraging out everyone. So the first person who comes in, the flipper that wants to do it, we do a background check. We do a full background check on them. We want to know who we're partnering with, like everyone should. I always tell the line, I have lots of private investors who private lend me money for my own deals and investments that I have on the side, and I think 1 out of maybe 15 has actually ever run a background check on me.
Right.
Now, I'm clean, but I'm shocked that we don't do that more. So we run a background check. 2, if the hard money lender says no, then we don't do it. it's really that simple. They're the experts in the market. They are going to protect their assets, and if they're not willing to take the deal, then we're not willing to take the deal.
Right.
And then, like you said, we provide support. Like, we're just working with some folks and explaining to them that, you know, you're overspending on all your materials about 10 to 15%. Let us help you lower the cost of your rehab. And so we'll work with them right there in the field, boots on the ground type scenario. So, again, we're a partner, and we want to make this the project as most profitable as possible. And so we have to make sure that we're helping out the flipper who's doing it. We listen to the hard money lender's advice, and we make sure we know who we're partnering with.
What can you share? What was the person doing to spend 10 to 15% too much in materials?
They were buying retail. They didn't even know about like the Pro Extra rewards at Home Depot.
Wow.
And I mentioned to them that I still have a personal account manager for Home Depot. Call her up. Tell her what we're doing. Use these products. We'll get at least 13% off of everything, you know, between the walls here in Home Depot.
Yeah, and if you're buying $10,000 worth of materials, that's $1,300 that falls straight to the bottom line.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, again, what's the best way to get a hold of JB Funding?
Sure. So, again, give us a shout at 281-915-0906. If you're an investor, it's extension 8. That's 281-915-0906.
So that means if you're an investor, you're looking to participate on the capital raising side, then that's the number they call. Is it the same number that you call if I'm looking to partner with you guys? I find a good deal. I'm a new investor. I want to partner with you guys to oversee what I'm doing. What's that number?
Best place to go if you're a new flipper and you want to partner with us is go to the website partners.jbfundservices.com. That's partners.jbfundservices.com.
Fantastic. Well, Robert, anything else you want to add?
Look forward to seeing you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun out here.
Excellent. Looking forward to seeing some beautiful weather out there.
It is. It's 60 degrees right now. It's beautiful.
See you on Thursday night.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right,
appreciate it.
Bye-bye. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817.
I'm going to grab Brandon from Foundation Check. We'll do a quick mic check.
Okay, sounds good. You got 4 minutes.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Brandon, you ready? Come on.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website.
Nikki's going to do a quick mic check with us.
281-915.
Check Nikki 112.
Hold on, keep talking.
Check 1 2 3. We good to go?
Yep, you're good.
No income documentation loans can seem scary unless you have the right mortgage company to guide you through the process. Since 2003, Noble Mortgage.
Yeah, I was at an event in Dallas last night.
Flew in late last night or this morning?
This morning,
home, rental or commercial property. Noble Mortgage offers up
had
to
dinner
100%
with
financing.
Ashley Patton and Eric and those guys, and then went to bed and got up early. Got up at 4:45.
Caught the first flight out.
I was on the 6:30 flight, but I got there. It was about 5:45, and they're like, "Hey, boarding for a 6 o'clock," and I'm like, "Let me see if I can go down there and grab that." So I grabbed the 6 o'clock instead of 6:30.
Trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening.
Did you guys get that house on Nina there in Oak Forest complete? I know they're working on the foundation. We did the evaluation for you.
Yeah.
QuestIRA.com.
I hear you.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules?
I know it was on our bus tour on our weekend retreat, so I got a chance to see it for the first time.
Yeah, I hear
we
you.
have mastered the 30-day
had a bunch of additions.
We close on time, accurately,
so we had to do double piers on,
that's what I saw.
On the middle. Then the contractor called me. We went through a few things, changed it up just a little bit, but nothing big.
Yeah, so needed like 60-something piers.
No, it was a relatively flat slab.
Yeah,
and it would just sank just enough all the way around to be outside of tolerances.
Oh wow!
It wasn't that you had a big drop on one end or the other. It was, an inch and a half, inch and 3/4 down, but it was a consistent all the way around.
Wow.
And then you had the additions. You had basically 3 small additions.
Right.
it was good work.
Yeah,
but they
looked
poured,
like they had tied it in together and all that. But they
well, I don't think they tied it in together.
But okay.
But the addition was decent. So, but anyway, so we ended up working out. I haven't seen the contractor back, so I guess he's good to go.
Cool.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor
How much
for
time,
your
Nikki?
investment property? Then
90
call
seconds.
Fast Track Remodeling
Cool.
at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today.
Carrie, you're asking how long ago did this start?
9992.
Not sure.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of
The
chance. You
first
simply
segment
don't
was
know what
best
you're gonna
of
get.
because the
Foundation
guest,
repair degree as a whole
the
doesn't
guy
carry
from
a
JB
license,
Funding
nor
is
is
on
it
a flight to
regulated.
Hawaii right
However,
now, so we
Foundation
played a
Check
best of, but
utilizes
it'll be
professional
live
engineers
for the
reviewing
second and
all
third
our
segment.
files to give you the best foundation
But the
analysis
show starts
in
at
today's
9, if
market.
that's what you mean.
Remember to check before ever repair.
Flight to Hawaii can't be bad though.
Right, yeah, right.
25, or you can
And
reach
Colby's
us
going
online
as well.
at
He'll be back on the 5th. He's just going for a short trip, 5 days. I don't know, 5 days to Hawaii. That's a. Oh.
All right, 90 seconds.
Oh.
30 seconds.
I was like,
30 seconds.
I was like, wait, that seems longer than my internal clock. I'm not saying that I have the same internal clock as a quarterback in the pocket, but yeah. But I do kind of have a confused. It's now 9:21 Central Standard Time. Yeah, it started at 9 Central Time.
Check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
This is Business 1110.
Call Tom at
All right, gentlemen, stand by.
713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook
All right,
Live
guys.
at
Hot mics. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Our call-in number is 713-785-1817. For those of y'all that are confused listening today, it was the best of show on the first segment because JB Funding was not in the studio. They're on a flight to Hawaii. I'm joined live in the studio now with Brandon. He has Foundation Check. How are you doing?
Yep. Doing good, Tom. Staying very, very busy right now.
I can imagine. So what's a typical day like for you now?
I tell you what, we've got a bunch of calls coming in and people more than anything right now gathering information about us.
Right.
Kind of our process and what we do. We've kind of had a gamut of our product go from not only, before we were heavy investor oriented.
Right.
That was the majority of our business. But now we've got homeowners that are calling in since Harvey.
Right.
We've got landlords calling in and, a lot of people are doing it right this time because everything is stripped down to the studs.
Right.
We're able to get to the concrete. And a lot of these people they've known for a very long time that they've had foundation issues.
Right.
And they've come to this saying, hey, I've got an insurance check coming in potentially.
Right.
I want to get this thing fixed up correctly, done right the first time.
Yeah, why not fix the foundation first, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. So, right now we are running and trying to do our best to keep up with the reports, getting them out on a timely manner. And we're doing our best. So we're pretty busy right now. So,
I can imagine. So y'all's phone number 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825, and it's foundationcheck.com. What I love about you guys is that y'all don't do the foundation repairs. That's not the part that I love, but it's that y'all are independent.
That's correct.
So rather than calling any of the foundation companies out there and getting someone that's really I'm not saying it's like the fox in the hen house. It's not quite like that. But when somebody is the one doing the work and creating the scope of work, there's potentially a conflict of interest there, especially when there's something so technical. Like, it always bothered me when I'd get multiple bids from different foundation companies when I was just first starting Fast Track, that I would get. It wasn't just that I would get 3 different prices, that I'd get 3 different scopes of work, and that always kind of bothered me. And I'm like, isn't there like a right approach to that?
Mm-hmm.
What I love about y'all's process is that y'all look more than just how much deflection is there, how much tilt is there, how much, as laymen would call it, how much is my foundation off? But y'all are looking at the causes of, the lay of the lot or the piece of land, or where the trees are, how the gutters are, the slope of the roof. You're looking at all those things to not only know how to repair the damage that's been done, but how to prevent future damage.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our product encompasses basically three things. We have a full written report with pictures.
Yeah.
We have two different types of report. One is for a house flipper. The other one is for an owner-occupied or a landlord. And that's simply to say those reports are very similar, but you know, state of Texas is a disclosure state, so you know. But you also come up with an AutoCAD drawing to scale, and then all of our stuff goes to a licensed engineer. They review everything and then sign off. You get a stamped engineered letter with that, and then if the foundation has failed, we do the pier install. We physically draw where those piers need to go based on if you have a 2-story house or 1-story house, pending what your weight is on that. If you get a brick veneer versus a hardy veneer, or you're 1.5 story, all of those things are taken into account. Now, we're not just there to lift the foundation and make it within tolerances or level. You're 100% correct. We look for different types of things, erosion. We'll be looking for water management is the number one thing that when we go out and assess a property, where is that water moving? Is it pooling? Is it sitting in a certain area for too long? Because that's probably the number one thing that affects the foundation, whether that water is moving away from the slab or moving towards the slab, and that's really what affects it. And that goes all into our report in meeting whatever our client's goals. A homeowner's goal is going to be a lot different than a house flipper. A house flipper is going to come in and say, hey, Brandon, foundation check. I want this house to be level. I want it within tolerances so my buyer is happy and the lender is happy on the backside. A homeowner is going to be a lot more different. They're going to go, hey, yeah, I want to get this thing level. Let's do it right if it needs pier work.
Right.
But what are the things that are really causing it to
Yeah, what can I do to prevent it moving in the future?
Absolutely.
Right.
What are some things? And we're there to help out with that and go through all that process. So every report, every client's goals is going to be a little bit different based on the need that goes into that report.
So outside of putting pilings or piers in, what's the number one thing that a homeowner could do to help prevent future damage? You know, I know some people think that you should put soaker hoses right up against the foundation.
Yep.
You know, what's your thought about that?
Well, soaker hoses are good, but not right against the foundation. So, you know, traditionally we like to move the soaker hoses away about 5 feet. You don't want that moisture right up against that slab.
Because oftentimes by the time they're putting the soaker hose up next to the foundation, there's been so much drying and cracking that's taken place that there's really a crevice between the foundation and the ground, and that water could go down there forever.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, I mean, not necessarily since Harvey, but before Harvey, absolutely. You know, we should see that a lot. So, but yeah, I mean,
we won't see that again until the next drought, right?
Yeah. And actually, the watering pattern that we've had since Harvey, has been pretty consistent. We've actually we haven't had a massive amount of rain since Harvey, because that was my number one fear. Boom.
Right.
You know, hey, we got all this rainfall within 4 days,
right?
And then we get beat up again a couple more weeks. But over the last month of raw rainfall, it's been pretty dry, and our soils are starting to recover a little bit. You know, versus, I mean, some of these houses, they sat in water for 5-10 days,
right?
You know, and that causes the foundation to lose potentially some of its structural integrity and start that foundation to be moving. But I think it's really good for the last 3-4 weeks that we've had, you know, a lighter rainfall than normal and nothing crazy, you know. So
are you seeing more shifting and moving with pier and beam type houses, or more with slab foundations, or what have you been seeing?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally a pier and beam house is going to move before a foundation house, just simply based, you know, a traditional pier and beam is just where you got block and floor joist, and that slab is it's simply more, it's less surface area than a foundation is. A foundation is a bigger, broader surface area, and then the post tension slabs, they're designed to move a little bit.
Right.
With the true pier and beam house, I mean, you're going to have if you have some pooling or something underneath the foundation, and it sinks a little bit, you're going to feel it immediately.
Right.
In a pier and beam house, You've been in these houses where you can walk 4 feet and you have a big dip.
Yeah, right.
And then you walk another 4 feet and that whole bedroom's fine.
Right.
And just in that one little area, you've got a dip. And that occurs pretty often. So pier and beam house is always going to be traditionally the first one to move.
So if I'm going out analyzing as a new investor and I'm trying to consider, are all foundations fixable, or is there any that aren't?
They're all fixable at what cost?
Right.
You know, and if you've got enough means and enough money, then it's fixable. So, but at the same time, if if a foundation is really that bad off, hopefully as an investor, you're going to be paying the right price, and that is a potential for opportunity for you. So
yeah. So what you're saying is basically that if it's going to scare away most investors, then you're the only market maker at that point. You can buy the property at the price that works for you.
Yep.
Do the repairs that are necessary. So if you need to get your foundation checked out and you don't want to call the foundation company to get their estimate, what you want to do is you want to call Foundation Check. Their phone number is 346-702-3825, and it's foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com. The independent evaluators, experts in the foundation business, get the engineering stamp. You know what I love, especially, like we've got a house that just went on the market. It's in the 400 plus price range. And then by the time that we're ready to put that property on the market, we have y'all's engineering stamp that says that, hey, we did it correctly, and y'all are third-party independent. We've got the foundation company and their engineer stamps. And then we also have the city of Houston that came out and inspected it. So we have a green tag from them as well. So it's almost like it's triple checked at that point. So I think that provides so much credibility and peace of mind as a seller to a buyer, and then a buyer from a seller saying, oh yeah, you probably just slapped some, something real cheap, because I think that's sometimes the reputation is, did the person that did the rehab, did they do things correctly and all that. And then this to be able to layer out all, even when I was talking to my real estate agent, she said, hey, we've got somebody that's interested, they're making an offer, tell me about the foundation. I said, oh, I got excited. I mean, I'm like, oh, well, we got foundation checks, they gave us their engineering report, then we followed their peer diagram, and we got the engineering stamp from the foundation company that did it, and we got the green tag. I mean, I was just really excited. And she goes, oh, wow, I don't think anybody's ever told me all that before, And so then she got excited because now she has a better product to be able to go out there and sell. So if you want to do things right, you definitely, and you need foundation repairs, you definitely want to include Foundation Check as part of the process. So give them a call, 346-702-3825, and that's foundationcheck.com. But be patient. You want to get in there early because they are slammed right now.
Well, best way to get a hold of us, obviously, is the phone call. Also, you can find us online at foundationcheck.com. As far as the cycling of reports and how busy we are, when we come out to the field, it takes about 2 hours out in the field.
Yeah.
From there, we draw everything up to scale. We take.
But I don't need to be there when all that happens, right?
No, absolutely not. We can do a lockbox. Yeah. You can be there. You're more than welcome to be there. Ask questions. Supra is fine as well.
Do you charge extra when the people are there?
It does take a little bit longer traditionally, but but from the field work, that's about a 2 hour process. We go back into the office. We draw it up on AutoCAD. We put it through the software, through the tolerances themselves, and then that goes to a licensed engineer. All of that takes right now is about 2 to 3 days. I mean, so from the time we go out there to the time you guys get the report, we're looking at 2 to 3 days.
That's fantastic.
And that's a best case scenario, but we are pushing at that. So
right.
Cost of our report with the Right Path discount, you'll have the written report, the AutoCAD drawing, and then a stamped engineered letter is $650. The way we look at it is, if I can save you 3 or 4 peers in a drawing, then the report's paid for, off the top, and you have a truly independent, and you have somebody that's basically going to be your eyes and ears when it comes to getting your foundation worked on.
But more importantly, y'all are going to catch things oftentimes that foundation companies won't, and then it's done correctly. So it's like if there's a savings, I feel like that's a bonus. But just knowing that I have the peace of mind that somebody third party doesn't have a vested interest doing it right, then I feel best about that. All right, give out the phone number one more time. It's foundationcheck.com is the web address, and the phone number 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Thanks for coming in.
All right, sounds good, Tom.
Right,
thank you, guys.
See ya. All right.
Mike's off.
All right, Nikki, we're going to do a quick change because Benchmark is here. All right. You all right?
Do you have cracks in your bricks?
Weather.
Oh, yeah.
Or sheetrock that's coming
I woke up this morning.
You may have foundation movement. Due to expansive soils in the Houston area, probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary repair work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience.
So we've got that in it. Oh, let's do a mic check real quick with Nikki.
My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates
Nikki, you want to do mic check?
Building those
that's
teams
good.
who operate with
Check.
process.
Hold on, keep talking.
Hello.
Turn them up just a little bit.
All right. The energy to make this your best home
Hello.
purchase
Okay, we're good. We're
Give
good.
us a call
cool.
today to find out the simple steps to get
David
started.
Singleton,
And
what's up?
Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult.
So these weekend
with you
retreats
soon.
are
NMLS
newcomers?
514-497.
No, they're people that are coming. I guess it'd be, like it's like a boot camp kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a paid event.
It's
the only one that we do that's a paid event.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We do the free events on Thursday nights, typically, like twice a month now.
So it's 24 hours, kind of deal, overnight, or
yeah, it's a Friday. It's an all-day Friday, all-day Saturday, all-day Sunday kind of thing. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
9 to 5 Friday, 9 to 5 Saturday, 9 to 5 Sunday.
Gotcha.
Jason and I for all 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
teaching the whole business,
The whole thing.
marketing, sales, estimating rehab.
Okay.
Yeah, all of it. Buy,
Awesome.
fix, and flip, wholesale, buy and hold, all of that.
Awesome. Very cool, man.
Yeah, it's like we peel back the whole business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more managing it
So you
yourself,
do
no more
these
doing the work yourself.
often. So it's a new class every time you guys do it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because people were flying in from all over the country. And this last one, we had people in from California and Seattle. And
What's the turnout?
We had 120 people in class this semester. Yeah.
Did
Amazing.
you know that
Yeah.
there
All
are
right, 1 minute,
over
guys.
That's
$24
awesome.
trillion in retirement accounts in the
Yeah,
U.S.?
from all over the country.
Imagine if you could use someone's
That's awesome.
IRA
Yeah.
to fund all of your deals.
Now, if you've been
Well,
hearing
you
we've
can.
just started radio
Quest
ads
IRA is based
on
locally here
AM
in
610,
Houston, Texas.
on
At Quest
the Eagle,
IRA,
on the
we
FM
offer
side, and
retirement
then I
accounts
forget
that
which
can be
country
used to
station.
invest in real
Okay.
estate,
But they're all live
promissory
reads
notes,
from
private
Live
entities,
reads.
Yeah.
and much
Yeah.
more.
What are you doing on
Many of
Facebook?
our
Are you doing
clients
any ads
load
out there
money
as
from
well?
their IRAs
That's
to
amazing.
real
I don't know if
estate
you've been seeing
deals
those
all
on
over
there.
the country. We don't sell any investments
basically
or give
two
advice.
different types
However,
of-
we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations
How
with
much
an
time,
IRA
Nikki?
specialist. For more information,
We got 20
visit our
seconds.
website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs to tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S. Call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website,
Very cool.
They look
questira.com.
like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Or they look like.
Call
Yeah,
Tom
something
at
like that, or-
713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at
All right, fellas.
That's awesome.
Right Path Real Estate.
Stand by.
Yeah,
All
those
right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817 is our call-in number. Or if you met me at the Dallas event last night, you're probably following us on the Book of Faces. So just like in Right Path Real Estate, and I'm joined now, the man, the myth, the legend, Bitchmark Insurance is in the house. InsureInvestors.com. That's Insure Investors. That's INSURE, not like the drink.
Yep.
It's INSURE. Investors.com. 281-569-4353. 281-569-4353. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So you're probably just like sipping Mai Tais and hanging out by the pool.
Not the case. Not the case.
Yeah, because nothing's going on after Harvey in the insurance world, right?
No, nothing's going on. But actually, everything's starting to get back to normal. So
Good.
products are starting to open up again, and then here we go with this other storm that just hit the coast.
Right.
So
But that's really only going to affect people if you're like Mississippi, all that area. Is that?
It is, but it also affects everybody.
Yeah.
So the insurers that insure these properties and these portfolios that we do business with, they're essentially, they write business all over the world.
Right.
So every catastrophe, especially Gulf Coast catastrophe, affects
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
directly or indirectly.
Yeah. Because to them, Gulf Coast is Gulf Coast, right?
Exactly.
So do they paint with a broad brush and they go, that exposure in the Gulf Coast may be a little bit too big.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
so their appetite for risk for the Gulf Coast may be slimming a little bit.
So Hurricane Ike, what was the last time we had Hurricane Ike? It was 2008.
Right.
So nothing happened for 10 years.
Right.
So they've been cashing in for
10 years.
10 plus years.
Yeah.
And
so pay up, buddy.
Everything's been good. Business has been great. Industry low rates.
Yeah.
And here we go with these two back-to-back storms.
Truth be told, most of these guys that are insuring, I mean, there's what percentage of your clients actually had flood insurance through the third party, not through the flood insurance program? Probably pretty low percentage, right?
Low. We're 20%,
right.
20-30%.
So based on that, I mean, there really weren't that many claims outside of flood, right? So their exposure to the storm that hit Houston through Harvey, relatively low, right?
Claims, everybody filed a claim.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're paying out.
Doesn't mean they're paying out.
I know that there's a cost for servicing the claim and all that,
definitely.
but it's not like it's going to cost the carrier like billions and billions of dollars people are thinking.
Right, because we write an REO policy, we don't actually go out and inspect these properties.
Right.
So we're taking the investor for the face value of that property by saying, hey, listen, you're giving us 10 properties. We see that you're obviously a well-to-do investor. We're going to go ahead and take it for face value.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these roofs are bad.
Yeah.
Right? So you have that much water hitting these roofs, wind-driven rain hitting these roofs. You're going to have a considerable amount of interior damage.
Yeah, you're going to have some
and failure. So now it's like who's the fault? Is it a bad roof? Do we need to replace the roof? So there's a little bit of both.
But
stuff that they were going to pay for and stuff that
on
we're
the
not.
insurer's side, on the insurer's side, they're saying, hey, if you'd had a brand new roof, then it wouldn't have leaked, right? Because we have other clients that next door neighbors, people like that their roofs didn't fail. But then from the insured side, I can see that you buy a house for a rental, for example, and it's a life expectancy on a roof is 30 years. You sometimes get a little bit more, not much. You've used up the life expectancy on that, but maybe it's got 20 years on it,
right?
And it still fails. Granted, it's not new, but for the storm, it wouldn't have failed, right?
It wouldn't have failed.
Could have lasted another 10 years. So there's an event that created an economic loss, which is what the insurance is for.
That's what it's there for.
So what now? We've got a battle going on.
It's not much of a battle, to be honest with you. Some of the stuff is really you've seen it's justifiable. You have drywall, sheetrock coming around.
Right.
The only debate is do we have any structural integrity damage to the roof?
Right.
Shingle tabs pulling up.
Yeah,
do we have anything in that? Is it recoverable or is it repairable?
Got it.
So that's what we're dealing with now. Getting the adjusting crews out to these houses has been the challenge, and you have all these storms going on. They all pay more than they pay more than Texas,
right?
It's
not just that, because a lot of these, unless you were a FEMA inspector or unless you were the NFIP folks, if you were that kind of inspector,
right.
Which those guys aren't necessarily adjusters, right? So there were a lot of adjusters that came to town, because I've got some friends that are like storm chasers. They're that kind of adjuster, and they came to town and they're like, man, there's really not that many claims here to do. And
they need to be certified for flood.
Right. And he was certified for flood, but he still wasn't a FEMA guy.
Right.
And he said there really weren't that many flood claims. And so he said, I'm heading off to Florida. So
head off to Florida where the money is.
Right. He goes, because there's a lot more
wind damage,
flood claims, all that. So he just took off.
Exactly.
So who's an ideal client for you guys?
Ideal client for us is an investor who has 5 or more properties, that manages their properties well, preferably a landlord, but we do deal with a lot of wholesalers who have high volume of flips.
Yeah.
Property managers as well, individuals who are tired of shopping individual policies for every property that they have.
Yeah.
Who value their time and see the time value of that, in their business.
Yeah.
We're looking for somebody who is understands the importance of insuring their property for exactly what they have to lose, essentially.
Yeah.
And understands how to customize that coverage and uses us to do that for them.
So you're really looking for the savvy investor that understands the real purpose of insurance. Because there's so many people that, I wish that insurance were taught. I mean, I'm glad that high schools teach Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet and all that, some of the classic Shakespeare's, but it's like I think it's almost criminal that they don't teach basic insurance for homeowners insurance and some of the basic life skills. What happened to that car insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, those kind of things? What just to know, hey, these are the pros and cons, things like that.
Things you should look out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what you realize, there's a lot of very unsavvy insurance consumers out there, and you can't get through life not buying insurance.
They have no clue.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about from the smartest of individuals to the
it has nothing to do with IQ.
It has nothing to do with it at all.
Right, because this is not something that you're born with.
Yeah, it's not interesting. No, I mean, it's just something that we're forced to pay. Essentially,
and a lot of it's not intuitive, right? I mean, it's just once you understand it, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. If you've ever thought like an insurer, then it all makes sense.
Then it makes sense.
Then it makes sense.
And you could really customize it to fit your risk profile.
Absolutely.
As well.
Okay, so I know when I had Fast Track that I knew there were two ways to beat my competition. One was to take good business from my competitors. The other was to let them have bad business. So surely in your world of clients, there are those that are bad business for your. Who are those kind of guys?
Bad business as far as...
In terms of the customers that you don't want in your insurance agency.
Customers that I don't want. High claims customers. People who want to file claims for just about everything.
Yeah.
Disregarding the deductible altogether.
Yeah.
So because we've been in insurance for a long time and we understand the claims side of the deal.
Yeah.
We do claims management and claims consulting within our agency for our customers.
Right.
So we're always going to guide you as to say, hey, this is possibly not a claim that you want to file.
Right.
Maybe you want to go out and get the roof inspector to take a look at the house prior to you filing all these claims.
Yeah.
And then affecting the rates later on.
Right.
We don't like the price shopping thing. I totally understand it. It's a business decision. We know we're the lowest price in the industry, so we don't worry about that.
Right.
However, we're also not going to haggle
Yeah.
and go back and forth and trying to get the price that's already very competitive,
Right.
even super lower than
Right.
that. There's a reason why we are who we are.
Yeah, well, people don't realize is that when you get those super low premiums, you're the carrier that you're dealing with in order to get those, they're not always the best when it comes time to pay a claim. So it's amazing to me. People always want the cheapest coverage when they're buying.
Right.
They always want the best coverage when they're claiming, right?
Right.
And then the other thing is that when I was in the health insurance business, I used to realize that the people that we were looking for health insurance were healthy people, right? Because if I'm going to be on a plan and I'm healthy and my family's healthy, I want other healthy people in that plan as well, because that keeps the plan, the
claims low, loss ratios,
yeah. So if people don't understand about loss ratios and things like that, I mean, I appreciate that. You want to keep those kind of customers away from this plan, because if our properties are in the plan and we're not filing frivolous claims and things like that, because when people do that, it affects everybody else in the pool.
It does. It does.
People don't realize that insurance companies have $0 but for the premiums that are paid in, and they will never pay out more money than what the premiums that are collected. So if they pay out $1 billion, they've got to have collected 1.2 billion in premiums if they're going to pay out $1 billion, right?
Exactly.
And guess where that money comes from? It's all the other policyholders.
All the other policies.
So it's like if you've got that guy in your pool, it's really hosing everybody in the pool.
It does. And the way we negotiate these programs is we go to the insurance company and we say, listen, we would like our package. This is what we want to do. Here's X amount of million of business. We want to make sure that we have the absolute best rate, bells and whistles, and we want no discretion on what we can write.
Right.
That comes with a price, of course.
Yeah, it does. Right.
You have a situation where some of the investors who like to, file claims and try to find ways to make money off insurance, they slip in there and things happen.
I understand. All right, so I'm joined with Benchmark Insurance. It's insureinvestors.com, INSUREINVESTORS.com. That's insureinvestors.com. 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much, man.
Right,
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Thanks, Nikki.
Mike's off.
All right. So we've got 4 minutes, and then I've got 4 minutes left. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 minutes till the next segment.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, you did great. I'll see you. All right, thanks.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
I just saw a policy holder do if they don't agree with the amount.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree.
So, Aaron, I'll get to that answer as soon as we get back from the break, okay?
JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage.
Oh, no.
Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience.
I'm here. Are you there?
Visit us on the web, noblemoney.com.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
This is Business 1110.
Call Tom at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealestate.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. We are a call-in show. Some people have the fear of calling, kind of like some people have the fear of investing. People don't know how to get started. We help you put the fear of investing behind you, also the fear of calling. But if you can't put the fear of calling behind, you can also type in questions on the Book of Faces during our live show. Aaron asked a question: what should a policyholder do if they don't agree with the amount they received on their claim? there's really only one major thing that you can do, and that's that you should hire an independent adjuster. We call those in Texas public adjusters. That's a person that's a professional adjuster that's there to advocate on behalf of the policyholder. So if you get a third-party person to do that, so if you do that, you present a case to the insurance carrier that their number was low because of what the adjuster says, then what's typically happens is that they'll take your adjuster, they'll take their adjuster, and they hire a third adjuster, and then it's almost like a mediation done that way. So that's where I would get started, is find a public adjuster, and you can probably get a list of those off of the TDI website, the Texas Department of Insurance. That's tdi.state.tx.us if you're in the Houston or in the state of Texas anyway, because they have a list of them. So there you go. Or you can just Google it. You can do that too. So hopefully that answers your question. So I also want to tell people that we are doing, I'm doing a live webinar this evening at 7 o'clock talking about how to talk to sellers after Harvey. If you want to register for that free webinar, all you need to do is go to rightpathrealestate.com. That's rightpathrealestate.com. And put in the information there so you can register, get on that. I know it's filling up fast. And then we have other events that are coming up. I think the next one after that is on the 20th. And then we also have a weekend retreat that's coming up. That is also filling up very quickly. If you want to learn how to buy, fix, and flip, you want to learn how to wholesale, you want to learn how to buy and hold, Jason and I have bought, fixed, and flipped over 400 houses in the last 4 years. And so our next weekend retreat is October the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. There are only a few spots available. So, again, you can register there also at rightpathrealestate.com, rightpathrealestate.com. If you have any questions about any of those that aren't answered on the website, all you need to do is just go to support, just email support@rightpathrealestate.com. So all of our events, the Zoom webinar, the Houston Weekend Retreat, and then How Does Harvey Affect Your Rehab Estimates, which is going to be our October 26th event. All the information, we've got blogs, we've got testimonials, we've got lots of great information on our website. If you go there, you'll need more than 10 seconds because there's so much information. You'll want to spend some time there. And if you're wanting to get started, people say, but Tom, I learned everything I needed to know about real estate from, this blog or that blog or whatever. I mean, blogs are great, but if you're not actually learning from someone that's doing it, then how do you know if the information is any good or not? In fact, it's not just whether or not they've done it, it's whether they're doing it. There's a difference between, I did that 20 years ago and I'm doing it now. That's a big, big difference. So go to rightpathrealestate.com, register for the event, pick the one that you want to go to. There's lots of opportunities. Because if you're wanting to build wealth, if you're wanting to create a better future for yourself and for your family, you need to be doing something different than what you've been doing. And real estate is a great way. More millionaires are created through real estate than almost any other path. I don't know of any path that creates more millionaires than investing in real estate. If it's not all of your portfolio, it should definitely be part of your portfolio. There is a way to do it with no money, no job, or no credit, but we're not that education group. We're not teaching that it's easy to do if you've got no money, no job, no credit. We're telling you that it can be done if you're willing to go to work. This is a work program. So if you're ready to go to work, if you're really ready to fight for your family's better future, go to rightpathrealestate.com and come on aboard. Welcome. See you tomorrow, guys. Jason Bible and I will be in the studio together tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, Tom, have a good one.
All right, thanks, you too.
Yep, bye.
See ya.